So, I have made a very important discovery. Pumpkin. If I take a shear, carve it out, and then put it into this alchemy bench here. That's not right. What bench is it? The botanist bench, which I forgot about because I keep it up here. Yes. There! Look at this. We got a lot of different faces that we can now carve into this pumpkin. But the most important one I'm looking for is this. Tiny smug carved pumpkin. That's fantastic. It's a tiny smug pumpkin. Let's see, I also noticed another one. This one, slight smile. What do you look like? It's a bit funny as well, but there is also something very creepy about it. But this one, this is what caught my attention this morning. Now, if you are as anciently old as I am, you may remember a time where it was very popular to create people using carved pumpkins. If I take a block of cobblestone, put the pumpkin on top, and then some levers for arms, that's a man. Man. And I'm thinking this man should go on a grand tour of the server. So I took my pumpkin men for a walk around the server. We visited Antari's forest and Goose's vineyard and Gent's something, a town center square, I think. We also visited Pei's sushi restaurant, Artemis's barn, and Kate's beach. And of course I also put one in the White House, one in the Last Supper, and there is one right behind you right now. So yeah, I'm betting people will be happy to just stumble upon these here small-faced folks just staring at them. There won't be, any problem at all. There won't be any scares or, questions asked. No, I feel like I'm spreading a kind of happiness on the server right now with this. Anyway, I think a cannon should fire just about now. Ah, here it comes. Ahoy there, mateys! Welcome back on board to sail the seas of the Builder's Vision SMP. This beer captain speaking, Mypowerbob. I am coming to you live from this villager zoo pen. Petting zoo. Why did I call it that? There, you very cute bald man. Oh, God. I'm coming to you live, here to ask you the question, what is a town? Sir, do you have any thoughts? Sir, do you have any thoughts, sir? Don't avoid the question, you politician. No, of course a town is a place where a lot of people live very close to each other. There's a pigman somewhere. And that is why I have decided to collect all of these here villagers. To give them a home, because I'm such a kind soul. So I have spent my time over here in these two areas. You can see I've dug out a lot of the ground and, flattened it and everything. And that is because I have prepared to build these villagers both homes and workstations. Both for their benefit and for mine. So it is high time that I've got myself some standard villagers to trade with for some of the useful stuff, as well as some of the, modded workstations like the glass blower and this alchemy bench here, There's no villager profession connected to it, but, a place where it makes sense to put those. Which is also why I have this beaver here, named Bjorn, after my real-life hamster. Yes, Gent and Antari, a good while ago, as of recording this, decided to give me a beaver. If you take a regular log, like this one, with bark on it, and just right-click a beaver, it doesn't work. It's a modded log. Hold on. Should have seen that one coming, of course. Alright, take 2, the first one didn't count. If you take a log with bark on it and right-click the beaver, it strips it. And the reason they gave me a beaver is because I've used a lot of stripped wood, and I've also complained a lot about the wood in this modded game. Sometimes you can hollow them out if you click in the middle, which means that you can't strip a log the quick way. So a beaver, very useful. And this guy is going to own the woodworking shop that I'm going to build here. So yeah, it's high time I got some more buildings in here and villagers to roam around and villagers to sell me more building materials. So, given that this is a building SMP, it's very fitting to start off this episode with some building. So let's go! Look at that! Don't you just love it when your town looks like a town? I sure do. This has certainly been an adventure. I mean, it's up front. They built a whole squid for a fisherman shop. So that's cool. That's silly. It has an eye patch even. And yeah, that's what it is. It's a fisherman shop. And nothing special about that, really. And then, you know, other than that, we got meat, which is going to be a butcher, and, you know, just a house up here on the second floor. Here we have just 4 different booths for farmers. Under here we have a Fletcher, a double Fletcher setup. And once again, up here we have 2 houses for the price of 1 stair. So that's cool. Here we got a mason, just lots of different stones, and a house up here with a balcony over the second shop here, which is a treasure chest map shop. It's a cartography shop, really, which you can see. There's a lot of different buildings here. In fact, this one needs to be updated with the new buildings. There we go. And yeah, also I have a system here. Throw 1 diamond here for a random treasure map. It's a little shop. I've collected a lot of them on my journeys. Next to that we have I don't know what we have, apparently. I forgot to write on that. It's a wool shop. It's all kinds of just wools, banners, anything that can be sewn, really. Room upstairs. Once again, 2 for the price of 1 stairs, because below here we have salty potions, which is a cleric with an alchemy bench as well, which is pretty cool. And sort of open solution here. And lastly, the wood shop. I think I like this one the most. A lot of the colors just they complement each other nicely, and has a bit of an overhang and stuff. Yeah, this is where I have my carpenter's table and this woodcutter here, and where the beaver will be placed and stuff. I didn't bother furnituring any of the houses because it gets tiring to furniture. Oh, and also, before I forget, I did try to make this look a little bit dirty, you know, a little bit piratey. So as you can see here, the banners are either faded over time or a little bit dirty, as you can see. And then, you know, there's a lot of planks just patching everything up, a lot of rope hanging from the buildings. And specifically, like right there, some planks patching up the building to make it seem like it's worn out. It's existed here for a while, and not really been properly fixed. And yeah, of course, more smoke coming out from the roads, just mysterious smoke, the New York smoke, as I called it in another episode. But now it is time to finally let these guys take over the jobs they were meant to do. Starting with you in here. And then I guess I can just let you all go. Let you all go and find your workplaces. Now this is what we in the pirate business call a mistake, which can be, you know, recognized by sounds like oops and oh no. Oops. Oh no. What are you all staring at? Wait, okay, wait, you... A cook? Oh. I didn't take into consideration modded professions. Barkeeper, okay. Ah, I should have modeled this place differently then, if you all wanted to work here. Huh, okay. What are you? A hermit? Oh, I guess that's the woodcutter here, okay. Okay, let's see, you apparently want to go in here and be a mason. That's fine, that's perfect. And then you want to become a farmer in here. Good, good, good. Most of you are stuck here. Okay, that's fine. I guess I can keep them there for now. All right, it's boating time for you guys. What are you, so many barkeeps? Is that because of every single tiki bar? You just look like it looks like you're on vacation. You are coming with me. Let's go, buddy. You have a job to get. You have a job to do. I won't pay, no way. Why don't you get a job? Right, I think this is perfect for you. We're not allowed in here. Ah, look at that. People taking their jobs seriously. Also, I turned on the villager breeder, so children have been popping up every now and then. And also an iron golem, which makes sense because immediately after releasing the villagers, these guys popped up, the pillagers. So now the town is populated and it feels like a real town. Hello, can I help you with something? I'm kind of busy here. You're kind of I was kind of in the middle of something. Oh, okay, yeah, you just walk straight into the camera, ruin the shot, and then walk away. Hey, is this a prank or something? Is this a joke to you? Oh, hey, where you go? Anyway, let's forget about how rude that was. And let's transition into something I haven't done for many episodes, which is pirate history. Yes, remember when I said I was going to do one of these every episode? Wow, boy do I lie. I mean, what was it, crazy? I don't have that much to talk about. So this is the segment where I tell something personal, a personal fact about me, which relates to why I like to do the pirate style of town. And for today's segment of pirate history, the fact I'm going to tell you is that my family loves to go boating. Yes, for as long as I can remember, we have owned a boat. Well, different boats, but, you know, big enough boats that you can sleep in them. And every summer, we would go on a 3-week boat trip, just driving along the coast of Norway through different cities. And we did this with about half a dozen other boats, boat friends, you know, just usually co-workers of my parents and their kids. And thus, you know, I did everything you usually do in a boat in summer, you know, swimming and stuff. But as well as that, when night fell, we'd all gather in one of the boats and pull out this tiny TV with a built-in DVD player, and we'd watch a movie. Now, the physical media is dying. That's no secret. It's been dying for a good while now. It's a slow death, which means that we didn't have that many movies to watch. But among those movies were the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Yes, 1, 3, and 4. We didn't none of us owned the second movie, which is a shame because that's my favorite. Yeah, I have watched those 3 movies so many times, for so many summers in a row, and you know, several times on one trip. So while I'm on the edge of having seen those movies, you know, just enough times that I'm kind of sick of them by now, it still is a very fond memory of the good old times before I had a summer job and because I needed money to, you know, live. I'm a sea dog. Really, that's the moral of this story. I love everything about, you know, being on a boat and the smell of the sea and just salt water. God, it's better than mountain air, honestly. So yeah, that's that's this weird segment of pirate history, I guess. Oh, come on, what's this about now? I'm standing outside the Anchorest Wetgrave prison, where the trial of the century is about to begin. The villagers of this town have banded together to sue the town's mayor regarding his abusive behavior towards them. The case of Mypowerbob versus the people is truly shaping up to be the only court case in the history of Anchorest.
Silence, everyone, silence. The case of Mypowerbob versus the people is now in session. Bring out the accused. Silence! Silence in the court! Defendant Andreas Mypowerbob, you are accused of gross negligence and discrimination towards the town's citizens. How do you plead?
What on earth are you talking about?
Exhibit A! Do you mind telling me what you see in this picture?
A villager selling fish.
A villager selling fish from his imprisonment within his own shop.
What?
Exhibit 2! What about this picture? What do you see?
A villager selling maps?
A villager selling maps with his feet glued to the floor with honey.
But it's for the safety.
Safety, my donkey. Exhibit C and a half. 3 roaming villagers. Do you or do you not plead guilty to discrimination?
What? I haven't done anything wrong.
He put gentle giants in jail.
That's not gent, that's a panda!
Admittance to crime. Once again, I ask you, how do you plead?
Not guilty. Look, I helped you guys out. You were all stuck in a pen like animals.
You put us there.
I lit up the whole area to prevent monsters from spawning.
While that is true, why did you then lock us up in our shops for our safety? If you don't feel guilty yet, what about the next exhibit?
The next exhibit?
The 2 farmers you put in a hole to breed.
Nice weather today, huh? Bro, how do you know that?
Objection!
If this was so bad, why did none of you speak up?
We're very shy. So I ask you again, how do you plead?
Guilty!
It's settled then. Andreas Mypowerbob, you're found guilty of discrimination towards the villagers and will be keel-hauled until death.
What?
Your Honor, the kids don't actually do this here. Minecraft bugs get quite close by this year. We aren't able to peel all in.
Oh, right. Put him in the guillotine then.
Sorry, Your Honor. The guillotine isn't a golden weapon in this game either.
All right. Do anyone else have any ideas on what to do?
Bust his knees!
Poison his water supply.
Put him like a fish.
Give him rid of death!
Feed him to the dogs!
Silence! Silence! It is obvious we have a lot to discuss. Defendant, I ask you to wait outside while we come to a conclusion. Defendant, after a brief discussion, we have come to a conclusion as to your punishment.
Oh, please, Your Honor, have mercy.
Andreas Mypowerbob, you are hereby sentenced to work community service in relation to the city's construction for the remainder of your life.
No! What? My sentence is that I have to build buildings.
That is correct.
The thing I have already been doing since the start of the server?
That is also correct.
I'd like to plead insanity. And that's how I ended up here in jail. And I can't really go anywhere, so it's I can't do anything else but end the video, really. Yeah.
So, if you enjoyed sailing with me, consider subscribing to join my crew. Flick that like button, a coin of gold, and sing me a shanty in those comments. Return to these docks again next time I sail into port to join me in the last plundering adventure for this season. But until I spot you in my spoilers again, you will look like a chest of treasure today. So fare thee well, mateys.